So be throwing rocks and hiding their hand, right? They be throwing rocks and hiding their hand. And I don't like them kind of individuals.
Pick who he be fight with.
Right.
Like if you see it and you go, I'm not going because this. I think I can take him.
50 Cent just snapped on Jay Prince after Jay Prince allegedly tried to push him out of Houston. And this time, 50's coming in swinging, no mercy. He's putting Jay Prince on blast, spilling tea on the shady moves behind what's being called an extortion setup. Word is, Jay Prince has been sweating and allegedly sending his crew to mess with 50's money. But you know 50, he claps back quick. He's clowning Jay Prince on IG, and even straight up told him to pull up if he's really about it. Rumor has it, 50's sitting on receipts that could blow the lid off Jay Prince's whole game. But don't get it twisted. Jay Prince still runs deep in Houston, with loyal hitters ready to ride for him anytime.
Insinuate, we extorting people. Ain't no money in that. Real nigga ain't gonna have that no way. Check in for what? I mean, I don't want to impose
This clash between two heavyweights? Oh, it's about to get legendary. Let's break it down. We're talking accusations of shaking people down and forcing your will on them, and this beef is deep. 50 Cent has been pressing Jay Prince for years, and their rivalry has always had that dangerous edge. 50's never been with Jay Prince's whole checking in routine, while Jay Prince still crowns himself the king of Houston. For a long time, their beef stayed at a safe distance. 50 holding his ground in New York. Jay Prince running the H-Town streets. They didn't really have a reason to clash face to face, unless fate threw them together, which barely happened. But then everything flipped. 50 decided to bring the war right to Jay Prince's block by moving to Houston. And he didn't just rent a spot. He shifted his whole empire there. He even tweeted, "I love New York, but I live in Houston now. I'll explain later." One big reason? Houston's got way lower taxes, and 50 knows a smart money move when he sees one. 50 had already gone off before about New York's taxes, shooting up by 62%, choking his business moves. And you know how big-time hustlers hate Uncle Sam, reaching too deep into their pockets. But that wasn't the only play. He'd been eyeing Houston for a while, wanting to lock in with its booming hip-hop scene. Houston's a powerhouse for rap, trap, and street culture. And 50's all about that mix of business, entertainment, and the people who make it pop. He saw Houston as the perfect place to stack serious paper once the investment started paying off.
Sucker to me, a sucker's pick who he be fight with.
Right.
Like if you see it and you go, I'm not going because this nigga. I think I can take him.
Right.
Plus, whispers say his Branson cognac had something to do with it. Remember when he hit up every Houston liquor store flexing those bottles? Some say he spotted a gold mine for his brand and wanted to be hands-on with the market. But Jay Prince? Oh, he wasn't clapping for this move. He was heated. He took it as 50 stepping on his turf, and the tension started bubbling fast. Word is, Jay Prince allegedly tried to force 50 Cent to check in, sending his crew to put pressure on him, trying to make him drop stacks by force. But 50 wasn't having it, at all. He made it crystal clear he had his own security and wasn't about to let Jay Prince squeeze him in the name of some check-in rule. That move lit a fire, and calling Jay Prince out only made him even hotter. Streets were talking that Jay Prince tried to slap a no-fly zone on 50, banning him from moving freely in Houston. But again, it flopped. 50 stood firm, letting everyone know he doesn't play those street politics. And instead of ducking the drama, he was outside, running his businesses, moving his brand, and even setting up opportunities for the local community, like nothing was stopping him. 50 Cent was gearing up to drop a massive $20 million into a brand new G-Unit film studio in Houston. But out of nowhere, he slammed the brakes and shifted the whole thing to Shreveport, Louisiana.
To the city of Houston, but he didn't just come here to live. He has been helping out on so many causes in this city. And especially, he has been in our high schools, turning our high school students into entrepreneurs with his G-Unity Camp program. I've seen him firsthand. This city has been elevated because of his presence. And so today we have the honor of saying to him, he's our 20.
That was a major curveball nobody saw coming. Still, back in 2022, about a year after 50 touched down in Houston, the city rolled out the red carpet for him. Mayor Sylvester Turner straight up gave him the key to the city and even declared an official 50-cent day in his honor. The celebration went down during the annual Thanksgiving Day parade, and the mayor couldn't stop giving props. He called 50 a philanthropist, rapper, artist, and business mogul who's been out here changing lives, especially by helping high school students flip their skills into real entrepreneurship. Through his G-Unity program, the mayor locked it in. November 24th was now officially 50-cent day, telling 50 he'd always have a home in Houston. The crowd's love was unreal. They embraced him like he'd been H-Town born and raised. And 50 matched that energy in his acceptance speech, showing nothing but gratitude and pride. But while the city was celebrating, word is, Jay Prince was somewhere fuming, clenching his jaw and smashing walls, watching 50 rise as the new top dog in his own backyard. And here's the kicker, the facts back it up. It's no mystery why 50 got the city keys while Jay Prince got brushed aside and labeled like just another street enforcer.
We need to change the word for the youngsters. The checking in part, is they seem to get hung up on that word, checking in.
Yeah.
So if we could diversify that word and bring it up to a 2021 thing.
Right. What's the word, OG? What's the word?
Maybe we may want to tell them they need to get.
Since landing in Houston, 50's been stacking his paper and putting it right back into the community, funding programs, helping locals, and pushing real change through his G-Unit Foundation. Take this. 50 launched the G-Unity Business Lab, a hands-on program built to teach high school students in the Houston Independent School District how to become real entrepreneurs. And he didn't just stick to classrooms. He jumped right into Houston's sports and entertainment scene. His Sire Spirits brand locked in major deals with the Rockets, Astros, and Texans. In 2022, he hosted the first ever Houston Tycoon Comedy and Music Festival and teamed up with the Rockets to hand out 1,000 free turkeys to local families for Thanksgiving. Then in 2023, he went even bigger, dropping $850,000 worth of toys at a holiday event to help the citywide club hit their goal of giving out 100,000 toys to kids across the city. By 2024, he was breaking records, helping raise $500,000 for the Houston Children's Charity and auctioning off 2 giant bottles of his Le Chemin du Roi champagne at their gala, which ended up pulling in a jaw-dropping $6 million for the cause. Bottom line, 50's impact on Houston is stamped, and the city shows him nothing but love. But then you've got Jay Prince and his so-called mob ties crew. And man, where do we even start? Instead of building real opportunities, Jay Prince has been accused of making his name by pressing artists who want to work in Houston, calling it protection.
Don't turn me down. What you said? Don't turn me down. What you on, folks?
Don't turn you down.
Yeah, man. What you on, folks?
What you mean what I'm on?
What you on, man? What the deal there? What up?
What up? You want to buy your shit back or what?
You ain't get, you flunked out. I'm trying to see where you at. You dumb. What you got? $20 out of car?
Nah, nigga. You know what we got, nigga. Stop that cap.
Man, crazy.
He crowned himself the king of H-Town and took on the role of keeping visiting artists safe from being robbed. Sounds noble, right? Well, that's until you look closer and see claims it's just a front for a slick extortion play. This checking in routine means any artist rolling through has to go meet Jay Prince and pay their respects. But here's the catch. It's not just a friendly hello. Rumor is they've got to drop serious cash, supposedly for protection, in case their chains or valuables get snatched, so they can get them back. And from what's said, this isn't optional. If an artist thinks they're covered with their own security, that's when the pressure really starts. Allegedly, when artists refuse to check in with Jay Prince, things take a turn, fast. NBA YoungBoy learned that the hard way when he came to Houston on business. While he was out, 2 guys reportedly broke into his spot, snatching chains, cash, and even keys to his luxury rides. The thieves then hit YB up, demanding $30,000 to return his stuff, but he wasn't biting. He clapped back, telling them he wasn't impressed and calling them out for acting like reckless kids. Then, out of nowhere, J Prince jumped into the mix. He posted an IG video tagging YB, saying the stolen goods had been delivered to him. And here's the part that had everyone talking. He told YB to reach out to him directly if he wanted his things back.
Hey, I don't want no friends, I don't want no new relationships. All that pussy, I don't respect none of that, man. If you got something for me, man, they got plenty around me you could call. Man, nigga, it's plenty ways you could get in touch with me. Man, don't get on no internet and do nothing publicly. Don't do nothing dealing with no publicity, none of that pussy. And I'm good on the keys, gangster. When you buy shit cash, two keys come with the car anyway. Man, you
The whole situation left people questioning why stolen property would end up in J Prince's hands in the first place. But YB wasn't falling for it. He saw straight through the play and basically told J Prince to keep that fake kindness to himself. First thing YB did was call him out for taking the whole situation to social media. I mean, imagine a man pushing 60 still jumping on IG to stir the pot. According to YB, if J Prince really meant well, he would have hit him up privately, not dropped some video for the whole world to watch. To YB, it was crystal clear. This wasn't help. It was a setup to squeeze even more money than the robbers had asked for. And he wasn't about to play along. And YB's not the only one side-eyeing this whole checking in thing.
Should have happened. What do you say to that?
What I would say to that is, you know, I have a track record, man, and the Prince family have a track record of 30 plus years of, you know what I mean, honoring and loving on our guests and being with our guests, and no shit like this never happened. But here's the thing, and this is what people don't understand. We ain't never had nobody to.
Cameron and Maze even lit J Prince up on their It Is What It Is podcast, clowning him for running these games at his age instead of schooling the younger generation on how to move smarter. Oh, and let's not skip the whispers about those loaded dice games J Prince and his sons allegedly hosted for rappers visiting Houston. Word is, those dice tables were just another slick way to run the extortion game in disguise. You've probably heard the whispers that J Prince's name keeps coming up in connection to Takeoff's tragic death, which happened during one of those notorious dice games. Official reports say a fight broke out, people pulled out weapons, and shots rang out. One stray bullet hit Takeoff, and tragically, he didn't make it. But here's where it gets even messier. Allegedly, new footage suggests the whole thing didn't go down exactly like the reports claim. Word is, J Prince was upset that Takeoff and Quavo didn't check in the way he expected, so he allegedly told his crew to teach them a lesson. The plan, according to these claims, was to rough Takeoff up so he'd be sidelined for a while. Instead, chaos erupted, and it turned deadly. And every time J Prince gets pressed about the situation, people notice how quick he is to get defensive and dodge the hard questions. People are still talking, and it doesn't help that Takeoff isn't the only one who lost his life after showing up at one of those so-called cursed dice games. Remember Duke the jeweler? He thought he struck gold after winning $100,000 at the table. But what he didn't know was that the whole thing was allegedly a setup. Before he could even reach his car, he was ambushed. Everything he had was snatched, and tragically, he didn't survive the night. With stories like that, it's not hard to see the contrast. 50 Cent has been building Houston up, while J Prince's name keeps getting linked to dangerous street drama. That's why these two will never stand on the same level. But here's where it gets even messier. Word is, J Prince has been plotting on how to push 50 out of Houston and shut his operations down. And before he could make that move, 50's beef with Big Meech exploded. Since J Prince has always backed Big Meech, rumor has it he even sent a few of his guys to deliver a warning for 50 to back off. But you already know, 50's not the type to let anyone run him off the block. Backing down? Not in his playbook. Instead, he hit back with a power move, aiming to put J Prince's alleged extortion game on full blast. Word is, 50's locked in on a mission to crush Jay Prince's grip over Houston once and for all, and he's gonna have a whole lot of fun doing it. So here's the real question. Should 50 be watching his back in H-Town, or does he have another slick play ready to outsmart Jay Prince? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss the next big drop.